What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of the Brandon Janu Show. As you know, I am Brandon Janu. Like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, Brandon Janu Show. Social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, Brandon Janu Show, and of course, YouTube channel Brandon Janu Show. Excuse me. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Point of view, a random shit. You know how it goes, man. Now, usually when I do this, usually have topics and people I want to talk about. But this is one thing that's been going on from literally um the get go. So of course earlier this weekend, what a weekend, this interview came out of Most Def, um, and he's talking about Drake, um, and it's been a debate for a minute on Drake, right? And he says on his podcast, Drake this young lady asked him, do you consider Drake hip hop? And he was like, no, I consider him pop. And and then he kept continuously going on. He was like, well, I think you hear Drake's music at Target, and kind of backhanded compliments and shit. I like it, it's likable and all that. It was backhanded compliments, and it's as a fan of Drake, man, you know, being a fan of Drake, um, and I grew up on Mos Def. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I feel like when it comes to Drake, in particular, it comes to like this conversation of hip hop. What is Drake? The hatred of the man is ridiculous in the game. I don't understand this shit. I really don't understand it. And here's my thing. It's one thing to you know say that Drake makes popular music. Okay, cool. So that's half the fucking industry. And your point is, but for you to sit there and say, "Oh, Drake makes popular music," is crazy to me. Not because he doesn't make popular music, because he does. But to sit there and say the man is not hip hop is disrespectful as fuck. My feeling towards that is this, and this is for everybody that has this problem with Drake for some apparent reason. We act like Drake don't make rap music. This is the crazy shit. Like a lot of motherfuckers think Drake's career started when he dropped Hotline Bling for some apparent reason. Like the nigga's other albums before that album, before that song came out, is like negated or some shit. Like Drake's in a conversation where a lot of these artists are, where it's like old Drake versus new Drake. Now, if you're a new Drake fan, great. You probably started fucking with him when he did drop Hotline Bling, and he does make the pop hits, and you love that shit. But if you love the old Drake music, you remember Comeback Season. You remember So Far Gone. You remember Thank Me Later. You remember Take Care. You remember Nothing Was the Same. If you're reading this, it's too late. Songs like that, albums like that, people that sit up there, the features that the man has had. Stay Scheming, Aston Martin Music, I'm on one. Like, bruh, like the disrespect to the man is ridiculous. We act like Pac never made, you know, um, we act like Pac never made songs for the radio. We act like Biggie never made songs for the radio. We act like Hove has never made a song for the radio. Nas. When Most Def is coming to the game, when Most Def came into the game, we put shit into perspective. the industry is more spread out. So Mos Def did not have to be the popular guy. He did not have to have songs on the radio. He did not have to play into the radio stereotype. He did not have to do a lot of that shit. The fact of the matter is, Drake has been a standard for hip hop. You can hate it, you can disagree. I know you will when this comes out. No, Kendrick has been a standard for hip hop. Really? Really? Kendrick's been a standard for hip hop? Okay, name me the rappers Kendrick's put on. Baby Keith, J Rock, and J Rock came out before Kendrick. Drake's not hip hop. How the fuck does he always find a way to make new niggas hot every fucking time he comes around? It's ridiculous. He made the Migos successful. Future, Lil Baby. Who else? The Weeknd, Kendrick Lamar. I know, I know. No, he didn't. Really? He didn't? So you knew Kendrick before Take Care? Because the first time I ever heard Kendrick was Take Care. Buried Alive interlude, like I always say. The first time I ever heard Kendrick rap was Buried Alive interlude. Kendrick might have had songs out, but never to that mainstream before. Take Care came out in 2011. Good Kid, Mad City to come out to a year later. Who else? Who else? Fetty Wap. Fetty already had Tribe Queen and all that shit. But you telling me My Way didn't make Fetty Wap even bigger? And if he actually would have released that song, it wouldn't have made him even fucking bigger? Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stop it. Drake is the standard, man. Like I said, when Mos Def was in the game, actively in the game, it was easy for him to sit there and not want to play towards the pop music in the charts. But we live in a way different time period now, where the popular music is all music. Which brings me to my bigger point, my bigger problem, which is why the fuck are we the only culture? Why the fuck are we the only genre of music? When our stars get to the mainstream, when they become crossover superstars, we stop fucking with them, or we start to look for problems with these niggas. Why? Why do we do that to ourselves? It's like you gotta stay culture. The nigga is the culture. He's bringing the culture with him. Why the fuck we don't celebrate that more? Like I said, this man Drake jumps on everybody's shit. It's not like he don't fuck with the new artists. He fucks with new artists. He's brought a light to a lot of fucking artists, bro. Dirk was hot. Let me go get Dirk on a song. 21 Savage is bubbling up. Let me go get 21 Savage on a song. The fucking like the people that have this idea in their heads, like the nigga is not hip hop, and I've seen it all through this fucking day since the damn interview came out. Drake ain't really hip hop. He pop music. He is pop. Everybody posting clips of Mos Def rapping and shit. So he knows about hip hop, bruh. Nobody said Mos Def didn't know how to rap. Nobody said Mos Def don't know about hip hop. But to sit up here and tell me that Drake is not hip hop because he makes crossover music is ridiculous, man. The beauty about Drake is the fact that he can actually do it. We don't embrace him. And I don't know fucking why. It's the most ridiculous shit on the planet. Like I said, I've never seen people to shit, to physically shit on a person that is making the culture mainstream. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe we don't like when shit become mainstream. And I don't know what the problem with that is particularly. But for people to sit up here and say, because Drake makes hit music, pop, multiple hits, that he's not hip hop is just disrespectful as fuck. That is crazy. I don't understand when the culture was like, you gotta be against radio. Like we forget that Pac made How Do You Want It. We forget Biggie made Hypnotized. We forget Hove made Empire State of Mind. Were they not hip hop? They were playing for the radio. Were they not hip hop? Of course they were. We choose Drake. We act like Drake is the unwilling person that we just would never let be that guy. And if you want to also sit up here and say, well, it's because he got ghostwriters. It's the ghostwriters. He doesn't really rap. Y'all favorite artist has a ghostwriters. He's been openly admitting to it for years. You know what I'm talking about. Kanye West. Don't sit up here and tell me, well, he's an artist, so he can have ghostwriters. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't move the fucking goalposts. Kanye raps way more than Drake does. So don't move the goalposts. And that's my problem, man. Like, we gotta stop trying to move the goalposts for what is hip hop and what is not. The man is one of the greatest rappers to ever do it. I know, I know, I know. He's damn sure one of the greatest artists to ever do it. But to sit up here and tell me that Drake isn't hip hop because he makes too many fucking hits is the dumbest shit on the planet. And I don't give a fuck how y'all want to write it, slice it, or dice it. That is the dumbest shit on the planet. Because the nigga make hits. He ain't hip hop. All of the motherfuckers he even put on. A$AP Rocky, Kendrick Lamar, Future, Migos. And some of y'all can sit there and say, well, that's the worst part of hip hop. Okay. But y'all still jam that shit. Y'all still bump their songs. You still listen to their music. The narrative is terrible. It's dumb. And I don't like it. Because a nigga make hits. And here's the crazy shit. All y'all love 21 Savage new song. New album. Right? 21 Savage. Who he just on tour with? 21 Savage is not stupid. 21 Savage, no. Drake is a fucking hitmaker. I'ma drop Her Loss with this nigga. Go on tour with this nigga and get more fans. Get more people fucking with me. But Drake ain't hip hop. Y'all narratives are so fucking stupid. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I truly don't get it. And I know there's gonna be people in my comments when I drop this episode and say, how dare you say, Drake ain't hip hop. Drake is pop music. Name me one pop artist that has done anything for the culture. Name me one rapper that went crossover and stayed true to the game he got into. There's multiple fucking artists I can name that got hot in hip hop in a moment that pop called. They dipped. They left. Post Malone. Who else? Shit. One of y'all favorites now. You think Travis Scott making hip hop music for us? Come on, dog. Come on, man. It's too many. Travis Scott's another one Drake put on. I don't get it. I don't get the narrative, man. But for us as a culture, man, we gotta stop doing that shit. We gotta stop killing people for becoming successful. And then you get mad at the fact that you bumped their shit and then they became successful. Stop bumping their shit then. If you could tell, nah, this nigga gonna be top, like this nigga gonna be one of the best. Let me stop fucking with him. You're not gonna do that. And I know you're not gonna do that. I've been listening to Drake since 2009. There's never been a time where I felt like this nigga wasn't making hip hop music. And when he has expand, I don't like Honestly Nevermind. I will tell you that right now. I do not listen to that album. I don't like that fucking album. I think it's a terrible fucking body of work. But it sold the narrative that it needed to sell. Because as soon as he dropped it, he knew everybody be pissed off at him. What does he do the next thing he does? Her loss. What happened? Everybody fuck with him. What did he just do recently? For All My Dogs. It's a terrible album. I like it. Thought it was actually a really decent album. It's actually really good. But what does he do? Scary Hours. The nigga's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. He knows what he's doing. The fact of the matter is, to say somebody is not hip hop when you give it pass to all these other motherfuckers that is hip hop, I want to know what Most Def defines as hip hop. Because if that is the case, that Drake is not hip hop, then half of the fucking hip hop game, right? Everybody in hip hop right now is not hip hop. Are you willing to say that? Because I know a lot of people gonna be like, no, that's not true. Shit. Half these niggas on the radio right now. Half these niggas songs getting played in these malls and shit. You really want to play that game? Go to Foot Locker right now. 21 Savage getting played in that bitch right now. Lil Durk getting played in that bitch right now. Lil Baby getting played in that bitch right now. Come on. Don't do that. It's a slippery slope when you start to say he is not hip hop because it makes popular music. If that is the case, then every artist isn't in that particular genre of music because they make popular music. And also, I know y'all gonna say, well, he said it was likable. That's a backhanded fucking compliment. Come on, bro. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. I don't get it, man. But that's the culture that we live in right now. Y'all wanna shit on people because they don't stay the same. Think about that shit. Y'all wanna shit on people because they don't stay the same. It's wrong to evolve, apparently. I guess. Anyway, that's what I wanted just to talk about. Till next time, I'm Brandon Janu. Peace.